Hey, what's up, guys? This is Lucas Barrett coming right back at you with another video. Man, I'm so glad you can spend some time with me this morning. So glad you came back listening to another core value. Now, a few weeks ago, I put a video about a core value for 2023, and that was integrity. Since then, taking a little bit of a break from discussing core values. Uh, I know the one after that was similar to a core value I have, being disciplined, being focused. I made a video about how discipline will equal freedom. After that, I had an interview with a good friend of mine, with Trenton Hale, author, quitting versus realizing something's not meant to be. After that, last week we discussed how all of us were all in the same boat. We've all sinned, we've all fallen short. And then just a few days ago, we discussed prime time and his journey to faith after not being fulfilled, even with his success in the NFL and the MLB. So now we're coming back with the core value that we're going to focus on today is being encouraging. And so I thought, for me, this is a big one for me. I love people. Really, I do. I love people. I support people, but I don't think I come across that way sometimes because of my joking demeanor. I love messing with people. That's just my love language. Uh, my family, like we all mess with each other. That's just how we show we love each other. In the Barrett household, if we don't mess with you, if we're not making fun of you, we don't love you. And sometimes that can that can step into being demeaning, that can step into hurting people's feelings. And just as any well-meaning thing is, like too much of it, it's too much of it, and too much of it can be bad. Even drinking enough water, you can drown in a sense. Your body can absorb too much water, and you can just drown without even being thrown into a pool or an ocean. And so what uh, the Bible says about the tongue, about being encouraging, comes from James 3:6. The tongue also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of one's life on fire, and is itself set on fire by a hell. The Bible has a very negative view of the tongue. It's not very spiritual. It's of this world. It compares it to the fires of hell. And that can be seen true. I've seen that to be true when I've said something and I meant it as a joke, but it hurt people's feelings. And that happens around the world thousands of times a day. And so, what I've decided to put as a core value for me this year is I'm trying to be more encouraging. I'm trying to be nicer. I'm not trying to cut into people. Like fire, it compares the tongue to a fire, and a fire, even a spark dropped on dry grass can become a wild forest fire. And every time I make that cutting joke or have sarcasm or I'm not wise with my words, with my tongue, I am setting a spark, and I'm praying that it falls on wet grass, that it doesn't really catch fire. We're all going to laugh about it in the end. I remember this summer, maybe early this fall, I said something to a good friend of mine. She was not playing golf well, and I made a crude remark about it, and I hurt her feelings, and that sucked for me. Uh, Still sorry about that. I still regret that, but if I didn't do that, I might not have this core value for this year. Being encouraging, just being nice, saying, "Hey, man, good for you. I'm happy for you. I support you." Say, "Hey, you're doing good. You're doing great." And especially when you're talking about something that might be personal, like someone's work life, what they're dedicating themselves to do, maybe try not to make as many jokes into that as you originally would. You got to be encouraging with people. You got to be supportive. A part of that comes with being truthful as well. Like you can encourage them, but don't hold back the truth from them. If you think something's not going right, you think they're not doing right. Obviously, you got to be truthful, which is another core value of mine this year. Being truthful, being honest. That goes along with integrity. That's kind of why I did integrity in my first core value video, because integrity bleeds into everything else. It really does. Integrity is like the core value. And so now I'm trying to be encouraging. I'm trying to help people out. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to make people, I'm trying to help motivate people. Hey, you're doing good, man. And sometimes that's all you need to do. Just help somebody today. Just say, hey, man, you're doing good. I love you. One person today, one person tomorrow. Try to do that as much as you can throughout this year. Just encourage one person today for the rest of this year. Make somebody's day. You never know what people are going through. And so just try to make their day better, It's just one of those basic common human little bits of you know what I mean. It's a basic, human core value, human decency. That's what I was going for. It's basic human decency. Be a decent human person. Be a decent human being to somebody else. Help them out. Make their day, because you never know. Like today, they might be going through it. So I encourage you. I encourage you to be encouraging to somebody else today and throughout the rest of this week. All right. Love you guys. I know you're gonna do well. And man, I hope you make somebody's day this week. Have a good one, and I will see you on my next video. Tune in.